Me, I'd be looking to sell.
At what price?
More. Much, much more.
I don't know who you are or how you know these things, but one thing I'm sure of, you're in the wrong job. Here, call me tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to hear more from you.
Are you ready for your big break? The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Good afternoon, you're welcome. This is NTV at 1. Let's have a look at the headlines fast. The Supreme Court Judge Amos Twinomujuni has passed on after succumbing to an illness. NTVUganda launches a 10 billion shillings water project in northern Uganda for rural communities. And then the hailstorms in Mbale. Again, you're welcome. This is NTV at 1. Police have declined the request by the opposition to hold a public rally at Nachivubo Blue Primary School on disseminating the recently released KCCA Tribunal's report. This comes a day after the opposition, led by Mukono Municipality Legislator Betty Nambozi, wrote a letter notifying the police boss Kale Kaihura about the meeting. And in response to their plea, the Assistant Inspector of Police, Andrew Felix Kawesi, wrote back saying that the planned public meeting shall not take place as provided under Section 6 of the Public Order Management Act 2013. Kawesi highlights that the police has to be notified at least 3 days to the gathering. There should be proof of consent from the owner of the venue, as well as a communication from the organizers on the purpose of the meeting and the expected number of people to attend. And all these requirements, according to the Kawesi, were not met. Residents of Budadiri in Chironko district are stranded following the collapse of a bridge following heavy rains in the districts. Residents told NTV that transporting patients to Mbale, the referral hospital, is a problem. Transport fares in the region have also since tripled from drivers have instead devised means of a wooden bridge until government responds.
Mu transport tebadde okuva Budadiri paka Mbale nga batutwalewa 14 kati nga oluguudo olwo lwasalika omuntu okuva Budadiri paka Mbale abadde atuukirawo nusu kakaaga.
I've seen a bridge. I understand this bridge has been handled by the drivers themselves without the input of the local leaders. So this is what is happening. This bridge has been put here and the vehicles are struggling to pass. And as a leader of the sub-county, I can't even recommend this bridge because people are suffering. It is better the government to come for the rescue of these people because the vehicles are moving. Even you have seen the vehicles are being pushed. When the rain continues, of course, there will be more disasters because these vehicles will not be crossing. And even the road network is very poor because as we talk now, coming from Mbale, Namagumba to Budadiri Road, the road has been handled by the Omega Construction Company. They opened the road, but they have not put maram. So even the vehicles, most vehicles are getting stuck.
Obala Daniel, a student at Dr. Obote College who innovated the security technology, helped his school have its library renovated and equipped with 20 brand new computers and the accessories by her way in conjunction with Makerere University. Professor Sunday Tikodri, the principal investigator at Makerere University, told NTV that Uganda is still lagging behind in terms of innovations and urged government to fund innovation at universities. Professor Sunday says students are coming up with different innovations, but no one is following them.
Just using a switch, I am going to cover. This is one of the projects. It is an automated curtain drawer. In the morning, the security lights will get off. Your curtain will open. When it reaches the evening, the curtain will close. So this is daytime, it has sensed light. This is very early in the morning, your curtain is opening. I'm going to close the light sensor, so it will sense darkness and it will close. Please do.
Higher stations need funding to grow innovations. Now, last week we brought you a story about a health center in Ibanda district in urgent need of basic facilities that we erroneously labeled Ibanda Hospital. Well, the medical facility is known as Rohoko Health Center and is not connected to the district hospital in Ibanda. We have more about the health center in this report.
Baguma, one of the workers here, laments the accommodation crisis. He says children in overcrowded wards could be exposed to tuberculosis and other highly contagious diseases.
But we are forced to mix children with the adults on the same, actually at times on the same beds. You can see how close these two beds are.
The outpatient department officials are forced to use unsterilized medical tools like syringes due to lack of electricity. Angela Tumusime, a nurse in the general ward, says nurses face risks because they work without protective materials.
It's comfortable dressing like this when I'm on duty because I need uniform. They want to protect me from catching infections, from patients. I'm taking them to my homes.
The outpatient department receives between 100 to 150 patients per day.
More hospitals in the country in need of facilitation. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, NTV at 1 brings you more news for the
One reason to love Uganda, brought to you by
Air Uganda.
Uganda's tourism sector is renowned for its vibrant beauty, from our vast bird life to our game parks, to mountain climbing and gorilla trekking. People from all over the world travel to experience our wildlife. The reason I love Uganda. One reason to love Uganda, brought to you by
Air Uganda.
The wings of East Africa.
Are you having headache, sore throat, muscle pain, toothache, or fever? Then use Curamo Plus. Curamo Plus is strong on pain and gentle on stomach. It's available in all drug shops countrywide. It's not recommended for children under the age of 12 years. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
Saints. A medical drama that centers on the intrigues and perils of life as experienced by patients and the medical team at St. Teresa's General Hospital.
This is my career.
I have worked hard to build it and it comes first.
Saints.
Welcome again. This is NTV at 1. And Ethiopia's capital city, Addis Ababa, is renowned for hosting international summits and conferences, but later is known of this rich culture heritage and its unique cuisine. Irene Namiaro brings us the other side of Addis Ababa in this report.
The Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, is a city of many unique features. A drive through its streets reveals artifacts like this cannon that was used in the battle between Ethiopian patriots and Italian troops in 1896. The city's impressive roads speak volumes of Addis Ababa's diplomatic and political significance in Africa. Imposing buildings like the 20-storied African Union headquarters towers over the skyline. I am standing at the heart of Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. Behind me is the main street. There is so much construction work that is going on in this place. No wonder the beauty is starting to show. The busy traffic gives one the impression of a city constantly on the move. Most taxis here are painted blue and are of very old models. I rode in one of them and had a chat with the taxi cab driver.
Their spare parts is cheap because most the drivers are they can't buy the new models.
Ethiopians have a very strong cultural heritage that is seen in their traditional music and dance. The most popular dance is known as eskista, dancing shoulders, in the Amharic language. The vigorous shaking by the dancers just illustrates the great choice of name for the dance style. I felt I had not had enough of the dance and headed to this culture center called Yodi Abyssinia, where I got all I was yearning for. Other than dancing, Ethiopians are known for wearing unique fabrics which sets them apart from other African people. Women are more respected in communities when they are dressed in these cotton-woven garments called shema. Abdul Wasa, who sells such garments, showed me an outfit worn by women at wedding ceremonies.
This new holder, this one.
This comes with a shawl that is worn in a variety of ways on different occasions.
Going to the church every single day, especially in the morning, and Saturday and Sunday, which is at the weekends. Also on traditional, celebrations, a kind of Temket, Fasika.
Ethiopians just relish their traditional meals, the most popular of which is injera, a thin pancake-like sour leavened bread. According to the natives, injera is a staple food that Ethiopians have been eating from way back in 100 BC. It is accompanied by a spice mixture called mitimita. Injera is enjoyed most with raw meat, like Relik Bekela here shows me.
You want some? Raw meat is like Ethiopian people loves it, so if you don't eat these kinds of things, they call you, you are not Ethiopian then.
After sampling Ethiopian cuisine and its remarkable dances, I left with a great impression of this city that is sometimes referred to as the political capital of Africa. Irene Namiaro, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Thank you, Irene. No raw meat for me. Let's move in. The hundreds today turned up for the 8th edition of the Hope Run, organized to raise funds for the treatment of complex diseases at the International Hospital in Kampala. This year's run that started and ended at Kololo Airstrip attracted more than 500 participants. Some pose with the details of this story.
The Hopeward Run is an annual charity event aimed at raising funds for the complex treatment of the destitute. This year's run focused on raising funds for Alan Sempagala's fistula surgery. The participants included children and adults, wheelchair competitors and walkers. KCCA's Abdul Majid won the 10-kilometer event ahead of William Okia and Arafa Yassin. Standard High's Maureen Nandago won the ladies' 10-kilometer run ahead of Lane Sheila of Ndeje. David Okot was the winner for the boys' 5-kilometer run, and Ronald Rubega came second. 1-2. The girls' 5-kilometer run was won by Vivian Nakakembo. Although his condition could not allow him to run, the beneficiary Alan Sempagala and the organizers hailed the participants for giving a helping hand.
Previously, everything he ate came out of the same hole and digested. He had surgery at IHK last year. He's improved significantly. He's now able to eat. However, there's still a small opening which continues to ooze some pus and water and cause him some pain and discomfort.
The run also acted as a precursor for the upcoming annual MTN Kampala Marathon. Sam Poza, NTV Sport.
Thank you, Sam. Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel had a good race this weekend, coming faster than teammate Mark Webber with the last lap of qualifying at the United States Grand Prix. Romain Grosjean coming in third as he beat Nico Hülkenberg and Lewis Hamilton. This and more in our international sports news wrap.
Red Bull Sebastian Vettel snatched pole position from teammate Mark Webber with the last lap of qualifying at the United States Grand Prix. Lotus's Romain Grosjean took third ahead of Sauber's Nico Hülkenberg and Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton. Ferrari's Fernando Alonso sealed his best grid position for 4 races with 6 ahead of McLaren's Sergio Perez. McLaren's Jenson Button was 13th and will drop to 16th after a penalty for ignoring red flags in Friday's practice. To rugby now, England's Super Fight back ended in defeat as their bid to repeat last year's staggering win over the All Blacks came up short in the face of the all-round class of the world champions. They managed to take the lead for 2 minutes, but New Zealand hit back immediately to stay on course for a perfect year after 13th straight test victory of 2013. Victory leaves New Zealand with one more test against Ireland in Durban next Sunday to negotiate as they bid to become the first country in professional era to win every test in a calendar year. In tennis, Thomas Berdych and Radak Stepanek secured doubles victory over Serbia's Lila Bojak and Nedad Zimonjic to take the Czech Republic to within 1 rubber of retaining the Davis Cup. The pair conceded 1 break point in a 6-2, 6-4, 7-6 win that puts the Czechs 2-1 up in the final in Belgrade. They have now lost just once in 15 matches as a doubles pairing. In golf, Henrik Stenson stayed on course for the race to Dubai title by maintaining a 1-stroke lead in the World Tour Championship in Dubai. The 37-year-old world number 3 posted a 67 to reach 17 under. Victor Dubois had 11 birdies in a 64 to move second, with Ian Potter 4 shots off the lead after 66. Potter can deny Stenson the race to Dubai title, while other contenders Justin Rose and Graham McDowell are 6 and 9 shots adrift respectively.
Thank you, Alfred. Woke up to a bright Saturday morning, but let's have a look at what the weather has for us more of today. That's the weather for now and winds up NTV at 1, but there's more exciting programming here on NTV, so you can watch all this through. We'll also bring you updates on every top and half of the hour. Follow us on Facebook, look for NTV Uganda, like the page, tell your friends about it. You can also follow us on Twitter at NTV Uganda, that's the hashtag, and post us your opinions, comments and updates from wherever you are. Enjoy your afternoon.
TV, turning on your world.
Diru yo! It's time to go dancing in Aringo, because if you're on Airtel or Worried, you stand a chance to win up to 5 million shillings every day.